nothing quite like V8 racing. It's loud, it's unforgiving, and it demands everything from the driver. One mistake and it's over. Hello everyone, I'm James, representing Supercars New Zealand and Match Fit Entertainment. Sim racer, car representative, and someone who lives for racing at the absolute limit. Today, we're stepping into something bigger. Welcome to the Allports V8 Autumn Series, Season 2. Season 1 laid the foundation, but Season 2, this is where the pressure builds. The grid is tighter, the drivers are sharper, and the margin for error is almost non-existent. Every driver here has something to prove, and there's no better place to begin than Road America, a circuit that separates the good from the elite. 4 miles of high-speed commitment, long straights where slipstream battles are everything, and braking zones that punish even the smallest mistake. Get it wrong here, and you're losing positions. Get it right, and you control the race. This track doesn't just test speed, it tests discipline, awareness, and nerve. And today, every driver will be pushed right to that edge. Before we head trackside, I want to introduce the two titans who will be providing the expert analysis for today's broadcast. First, the man known throughout the paddock as Davo. He brings that signature aggressive energy and a hunter's eye for every gap on the circuit. And joining him is the ultimate tactician, J-Man. He'll be breaking down the defensive masterclasses and the precision racecraft required to stay out front. These two know exactly what it takes to win on this stage. The cars are on the grid. The engines are screaming. Let's head down to the track and get the Allports V8 Autumn Series Season 2 underway.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Match Fit Entertainment's live coverage of Supercars NZ's 2026 Allports V8 Supercar Series here at round 1 at Road America, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a cracking series, as always. Davo on the mics, with, actually J-Man resting the vocal cords for a couple of weeks. So we have stand-in Sean McNamara from the V8 Supercar Series himself. Welcome aboard, Shawnee. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, mate, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, I promise you, I didn't do anything to J-Man. He's not in the boot of my car. I'm here front, and I'm pretty excited about tonight. We've got quite a few firsts going on here at Supercars NZ.
We do.
First time I'm here with you over in the comms box. So that's
yes.
Good. The first time we've had over $4,000 worth of giveaways for the season.
Yes.
That's just cracking over 11 rounds. And yeah, first time the champion is going to walk away with $500 cold hard cash.
Absolutely.
Plus all our other giveaways that you and I both know about. So it's going to be an epic season. Looking forward to it.
Yes, and who have we got to thank for that, ladies and gentlemen? Obviously, we have got the likes of Gamma Flare and Allports, as well as support from multiple people, obviously. NZ Esports, Match Fit Entertainment here, bring it to you live. And going out to Sky 83, welcome viewers to you guys as well. Plenty going on here, Sean, tonight for round 1 at Road America. I think the boys are already snuck out on track. While we were doing that intro, let's have a look who's on track at the moment. Qualifying here, 55-minute race. I think, is it 2 compulsory pit stops in tonight's race, Sean?
Yes. So we've got a 55-minute race, 2 compulsory pit stops. We have pit windows, so they can't complete those in the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes. As is qualifying right now is only 2 hot laps. So we give them a 15-minute session, but it is only 2 hot laps. Like the iRacing platform itself, that's what they do in the official event.
Yes.
We've brought that along this season only. So the drivers, it'll muck up the field a little bit with people not getting it quite right.
Yep.
Putting the pressure on them to make it happen in qualifying. Yeah.
So interesting stuff. And yeah, a little bit of a change up from last season, Shawnee. as well. Obviously, with both divisions getting run on the same night, again, going back to the old school, mate. Big numbers, obviously, a lot of guys wanting to get involved with the Supercars and Z Allports Supercar Series. So, look, the numbers are impressive. We obviously Div 1 here at Matchbit Entertainment live on the internets for you tonight with Davo and Sean McNamara, but we've got, I think it's Wayno, is it? And who is maybe Corey over there streaming at the Div 2 as well. So just remember to hit the like button for both of those live streams tonight. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit your notifications so you can keep up with everything that is Matchbit Entertainment and everything that is Supercars NZ. Support both us and Supercars community in the process. So remember, like, subscribe, notifications, ladies and gentlemen. Qualify. No indicative times yet, Sean. So long track here at Road America. Fantastic place. Are you a fan? I love this place.
Yeah. 14 corners, the carousel, the elevation, the long straights. If you need a sip of your water while racing.
Whatever.
That's what I do.
Of course you do.
So yeah, I'm in love with this track. There's a few tracks out there you just enjoy coming along to as a driver. Plenty of places to pass as well. And then just you find one car is better on one part of the track than you, and then you gain on another part. So it's a game of chess. We'll get right inside the driver's seat of some of these vehicles tonight and show you guys at home what it's all about. It's going to be definitely a very interesting race.
It is going to be awesome. And 55 minutes of awesomeness as well, as we just start to see some indicative times on the board there now, Sean. Look, and it is the usual suspects. Obviously, I am used to over the last couple of seasons. Well, the last season doing Div 1. One name that actually stands out just quickly is the guy sitting on the top at the moment. Is it Zach Runaway White? Not familiar with his name, but I think pre-race you mentioned one of the fastest around. So in the Premier Series, that obviously we're one of them. But in Australia, they've got the Scops. There's a few. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The Scops, and there's a few other series that are really cool. Vets is another one that's really cool to get amongst for the older guys. Sure. Which like us. I am, so yeah, correct. And Zach has awesome battles with along the lines of Rian, Dutchy, and obviously William doing quite well tonight in quali. So yeah, these names are well known within the V8 Gen 3 circles in Australasia. Yeah. And we're absolutely stoked to have him along this season, showing the viewers here under the Supercars and banner what he can do. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Great. Yes, definitely to have guys like that around. Obviously, you mentioned Rian, Dutchy, and now also Zach in there. Well, it must be tough for some of the other boys. But, look, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Because we quite often see these super quick guys run away with a little bit at the top. But we are still always entertained by the mid-pack, aren't we? Sure. I mean, that's where most of the action is these guys just sort of sail off into another dimension sometimes.
100%. I think most of the fighting in the middle pack, it gets a bit rougher around the edges, and exciting for the people at home, but maybe not for being in the car. So they can get pretty heated on track and show a lot of passion.
We love
that's
that.
Why, that was my next word. I was saying we absolutely love that. We love the passion.
We do.
But we have race control, a live race control.
Yes.
Live.
Yes.
We have a very long rule book that the drivers are asked to read. So The race control follow the rule book, so there's no ifs or buts or maybes.
Oh
We just
yeah,
follow the
yeah.
line.
No, it's a full hardcover. This is a big book. I've read it.
Looking forward to it. And just getting a few directives to race control as we speak, so a little bit of multitasking going on here at the moment.
Awesome. We love that. Awesome stuff. Like we mentioned, boys out in qualifying as we speak. A few indicative times starting to pop up on the board. As I think the qualifying situation, is it one and done? Is it sort of, I don't know, I'm not sure. We've got Russell Pepperell currently on screen, one of the TTR boys. Another one of those guys we were talking about, well known in the Australia-New Zealand V8 supercar sort of circus, let's say. And there's a few communities around that are running this mod, and some of these guys are well famous in these communities. Good seasoned racers and know their craft well, and yeah, good to see them out on track, and good to see them out on track here at Supercars NZ. Shawnee, so 30 cars, we filled the grid, no surprise, it is round one. I see a few guys piping up in the chat box there. Send it. G'day. We, yes, Div 1 tonight. Mungers having a crack at our AI intro. Yes, thank you very much. James is the man. Okay, so he's just... He's
going to take our job.
He's going to take our job.
Yes.
Yeah, some awesome stuff, and yeah, good addition to what is already a great stream. Remember, hit the like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. And look, buckle up. We've got a little under 5 minutes of qualifying yet to run, and then we will be ready to roll on a 55-minute race. 2 compulsory pit stops required, so a little bit of strategy maybe in play here tonight, Sean.
That is the whole point of the strategy with the fuel. The fuel's limited as well, so hopefully I've loaded it correctly. It's all on me. It does not go well. Just like
FYI.
If a stream fails, it's all on you.
It's Davo's. That's right. That's right.
So our heads are on the line here, but I love it. This is why I do it.
No pressure. No pressure, Sean.
And it awesome seeing the liveries on the cars. On the moment, obviously the MRP car on there, Manning Racing Products. And then I saw the VRS car on the Pepperell car. That's
yes.
Auto Moves Racing Team. So that's actually quite a well-known team within sim racing. Yeah, so I look forward to it.
Oh, and then we've got to talk about, obviously, the Gamma Flare / Match Fit Entertainment car there. Yeah, piloted by none other than Phil Antoon. And Phil actually new to iRacing. I think he's only been maybe 6 rounds in or something. So still finding his feet and doing a stellar job. As well as we just see Pepperell up over the crest of that hill and across the line once again, moves up a few positions into 12th provisionally. Not much time left, Sean. These guys that maybe are thinking that they probably should be a little bit further up that leaderboard. Mate, what do they got? A couple more laps maybe to get it done.
Yeah, that time flies by with only the 15 minutes.
Well, not even that, actually. Yeah, no, you're right.
So they probably won't get done. Some interesting results. One of the drivers thinks he's a bit outside his wheelhouse in here, but that's quite funny. So, we had one driver hasn't been able to set a time. So that's not bad when considering you got only 2 laps and you can't get it off track else. It's null and void. So, yeah.
Yeah, look, it is a tough gig. I mean, these guys, this is a quality field of drivers. You guys at Supercars NZ continue to really generate a lot of interest in this series, and in so, obviously, you know, get these guys, like these really quick guys, so no surprise at all. The competition is fierce. It's fierce, mate. And look, qualifying can be hectic just in itself before the race even starts. But look, these guys have got plenty of time. Unlike the sprint format evenings that we get, Sean, where it's only, what is it, like 15 or 20 minute heat race, where they really don't get time to even take a breath. They've really got to be on it for the whole race, hitting qualifying times pretty well the whole way, and then even the main feature race is only 28 minutes long. Is that a similar format to what we're going to be seeing here in the autumn series, mate?
Oh, close. Those formats were obviously the summer series.
Yes.
It is almost the same. The feature race and the sprint rounds is now 35 minutes long. We've all worked that out to try and get it into our hour and a half long stream.
Yes.
So the second race is a bit longer. It is a reverse top 15 as well, so that gives the guys a little bit longer
to
make their way. Yeah, that's action packed, isn't it? I actually rub my hands together when that comes on, and I'm not on the grid too, so it's even more exciting for me, because normally it's quite nervous being a slower.
I'm nervous just watching. So I'm like,
So yeah, qualifying's only got 25 seconds to go, and then it's going to go straight into gridding, which is a couple of minutes. But so there we have it. I would suggest that is your list right there for quality. So well done.
I would expect so, as we just watched the South Canterbury removals car of Shane Edgar, and a stunningly painted car, mind you, as well. Very retro with some very heavy shell themes going on there, aka Dick Johnson and the like. So very, very nice stuff. Love that car. These guys do a stellar job, actually. There's a lot of nice painted cars out here. There is a hell of a lot of nice painted cars out here. Look, we are going to just quickly, because these guys are going to go to a little break before they go to race. Just quickly, we're just going to have a quick look at the calendar there. 11 round series. It's going to be awesome. Autumn series. You can see quite a good handful of US tracks there, and mate, all of these, the first few are awesome. I don't know about Long Beach, but Great America, Atlanta, the Chicago, that's not my cup of tea, but great track all the same, always provides good racing. Virginia International Raceway for round 4. Long Beach, Coda, again, another awesome track. And then we go to the Asia Pacific, Fuji, and then we got UK, Brands Hatch, Charlotte, back to the US. We got a mystery one in there for round 10, and then back to Lime Rock Park, and that is a classic track. What we need to inform everybody about, Shorty, is this. Quickly, guys, before these guys go to race, get your phones out. Quick Smart, this is worth get your phones out and doing a quick scan of that QR code, because Supercars NZ, in conjunction with, obviously, Matchbit Entertainment, Gamma Flare, Mozza, Simblacks, and the like, I've got the Get a Sim giveaway, and just have a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. All you need is the box to run this and a couple of monitors. But seat, rig, pedals, wheel, the whole shebang. Shawnee, does it get any better?
It doesn't when it's free.
Like, absolutely. No, that's right. You don't even have to pay for a ticket here. No. All you got to do, like I said, pull your phone out of your pocket, scan that QR code, and sign up for this. Mate, this is awesome stuff.
what a season we're going to have. I mean, at the end of the day, thanks to obviously Gamma Flare, Allports, and all the other people in behind the scenes that put this together. Like, I just can't wait, man. Everyone's going to win. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It is going to be fantastic. And remembering this giveaway is available to all of our viewers, all of our drivers, anybody that can pull their phone out and scan that friggin' QR code. I'll tell you, if you can scan that QR code, you are in the draw, and just sign up. But right across all the Matchfit Entertainment streams for throughout until, I think it's 11th of June, I think we draw. I don't think the date's on that bit of graphic there, but I think it's 11th of June. Actually, it coincides with the final round of the Supercars NZ Autumn Series. So awesome stuff there. So get involved. It is so worth it. Let's have a quick look at what's going on here. Just first, second, third, down to 10th, Zach, Rian, William, Andrew Dutch, Troy Stone Street, Roger Forbert, Darren Lobb, Ryan Jones, Blake Fritz, Stephen McCartan. The boys are probably to find their way to the grid already. We probably should find our way to the grid as well, Sean. Are you focused?
Yes.
Are you focused?
I'm going to sit about mid-pack on my extra screen just to make sure I get all the action.
Well, what we
as
want.
well as yours.
I think I need another set of eyes, because this is going to be busy. I can just feel it already. Awesome stuff. Let's get our screen here populated nicely. There you go. I think we got everything except for maybe a track map. Ladies and gentlemen, this is round one. We are at Road America for Supercar NZ's 2026 Allports V8 Supercar Series, proudly sponsored by Gamma Flare, Quizzies, Matchfit, you name it. The graphics says it all there, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go green here, and what is the first round at Road America. 55 minutes, couple of compulsory pit stops thrown in for good measure. Shorty's on shoulders. He's keeping an eye on the mid-pack.
Sure am. We've got 23 seconds to go before the lights come on.
And look at it as that car starts to populate on the grid. That is a solid field of cars there, Sean. Wow, look at it. It goes almost all the way down to the bridge there at the crest of the hill.
And
here we go.
Ready to go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to rumble. Buckle up.
Green flag.
And it is on. And a good jump from Dutchy there on Brown immediately. And Dutchy will want to try and stay in front with, in touch with Rian into one side by side, as is Stone Street and Forbert in the back there. And then Rian immediately on Zach gets it done into two.
Was it a touch? Was there a touch?
Well, it must have been. It doesn't show up on our data as a touch, but these guys are there. It's business already. Dutchy with that early move. Oh no, that's Lob going. It's Lob going back. He's got caught out. I think he just got hung out to dry there, Shorty. Look at this, and now side by side. Jones, I think that is. No, that is Fitz. So Fitz trying to deal with that inside line there now. He is actually very vulnerable to Jones. Jones has got the two of them behind. Whoa!
Noah dove deep in there to get a pass done as well at the back, just behind it. That's very nice driving by him.
I am not going to put the mocker on these guys just yet, but man, what a start. It has been absolutely hectic and very, very clean. As we're just watching, it's Turner. Is it Turner? Daly and Fred side by side. They've been side by side for the last three quarters. It's a flash of the lights. He's not. Freeman's not happy. Wow.
There we go. Under brakes. Let's see if anyone goes too deep. They all seem to have made...
Oh, I think it was Antoon, Brad, and Freeman, all three side by side into that braking area there. Antoon probably came off second best. He's still pointing in the right direction. Mandela Park, he's parked. Let's Sean, low.
I can see all the dirt coming off the cars going around there. Like, holy hell.
Oh my, what a first lap to round one to start and kick this series off. My. That
I've got
is,
the biggest...
that is,
You go, mate. You can go.
that is just epic. It doesn't get any better, Sean.
No, it doesn't. I've got the stupid grin on my face. That was absolutely insane.
Oh, look, we got 55 minutes. That's just the start. So a couple little incidents. We'll just sneak up on one of them there. This is Bade on the inside there. Oh, just a,
Oh, no.
Out of one. Oh, it got really
We put
messy.
the blockers on it.
So there's a replay. So that was the start of lap 2 there, Bade, and I'm not sure. Pick up on who that other driver was there. Just getting Sakay, the WK and P car. And look, it's ever so slightest rub on the back of it, and that escalated extremely quickly.
There's a lot of damage.
There is a lot of damaged cars out there now from that. So, woo! Take a breath, boys. Get those cars back in the pits if you can, and let's get back up the pointy end, because Rian's not going to drive away with this.
No.
We've seen it in the past. Now he's got the likes of Zach. We got Will Brown in the room. Stone Street showed great progress through the last season. Look at this top 4-5 group here. Sean, how close is that lot?
They're not getting away from each other, which is this lobby just creeping back onto the back after he got past. He obviously got past old
Fitzy, yeah.
So, So we obviously missed that pass. We'll track that down. Our goal is to see passes hit, but sometimes it's very hard.
It absolutely is, and so so it's Dutch actually rounding out. So it's the top 5 cars there. Look at that, nose to tail. You throw a blanket over that line. Unbelievable. What a start.
So I've got race comms in my back ear, so I'm listening to us and I'm listening to them. So car 35 was called in on something, and there's no further action. So that's
there you go.
He'll be holding his breath on that one, so he can carry on.
Yep.
Whoever car 35 is, we'll get to him.
Car 35.
Robbie Bradbury.
Is Robbie
Bradbury, there you
Bradbury. So
whatever that was is carry on.
Whatever that was, it's just carry on. Stay calm.
Yeah.
Carry on. So
relax.
Just relax, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we don't have that choice here, Sean, because it is all going on here.
I know, it's absolutely...
It's next level.
So
it is next level.
So
and you couldn't ask for much more there. We'll just get a few little bits and bobs up there. The session state and the track map up there, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more info on screen for you guys. And we are just going to see gains. So after what it has been a pretty hectic start, very little toing and froing in from qualifying positions. You can see that they're just there on the totem there, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Rian dispatching Zach very early. We've still got cameras on these two boys because they are going at it. Will Brown has stayed in position. Troy and Andrew Dutch has swapped places as well. But very little movement, really, in the whole scheme of things. Obviously, Freeman up 5 positions. He's a bit of a standout. And Heath Parlett also up 8. Now, the big notable one, I suppose, is, and we saw it on the replay, is the Bent's car. Jason Cozzi also must have got tangled up in that as well, Sean. So well done. You can see that in the totem details there as we speak.
Yeah, it was definitely unlucky.
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely. Look at this train of cars there now. So Lob has caught up now. Fitz right on his tail. No, it's not Kick. Sorry, Jones. Just trying to tag onto the back of that train. Let's get off the roof of Zach, Rattray. These guys, amazing. The talent here. Let's get off. Let's get out of the back of that same roof cam shot from Zach's car, the Will Brown. Look at that train of cars. All the way back to Fitzy there. Blake Fitz in the bright orange car. You can see him there. It's very close, Sean. And it's difficult to drive in those sort of circumstances, isn't it? Because you really do lose some of your vision, your braking markers and the like, don't you?
You don't just lose some. I think you lose 90% of it if you're right up on the car and behind. You got to be quite talented to know where your markers are without knowing where your markers are. So
yeah.
These guys, don't mean feet. Let's see if rearm blocks coming down into the braking zone. He doesn't. So I have a feeling Zach is probably just saving a little bit of fuel.
Yep.
The idea to save a little bit of fuel is in the pit stop you can jump a car by having less time putting fuel in your car. So that's what these guys will be thinking.
Absolutely.
Lobby is very good at it.
At the fuel. It probably does him well, actually, in the current fuel climate we're getting in real life. So,
we can let him run out. No real fuel is getting used here, guys. No real fuel. Okay.
It's okay. So don't email it, sure.
Yeah. I'm glad we think that's funny.
We had to. There's a disclaimer. You know, we've got to cover ourselves short.
100%. I love it.
So look, a tight foot. Look, and all the way back down to, obviously we were just talking about Fitz. A little bit of a gap for Fitz, and then it's Noah Kitcher there that has another train of cars behind him. These are two clearly separated groups of cars. I wouldn't even call these boys the mid-pack either, Shawnee, because they've got their own fight going on, and that fight is intense itself. And then you can clearly see, you can see it in camera shot there, these boys don't need to look at their deltas to know how close these guys are to each other. But then we've got Gunston, Pepperell, Pete Vander, I think that's Jack Murrah, and Ridley Turner. Another tight group of cars. And then as we start, and so that's out to 17th, okay? And then as we start to go back, a little bit of a gap between the drivers. So I mean, we did see a very minor incident. Well, it probably wasn't minor for the guys that were involved. It looked pretty hectic.
It looked massive, actually, mate.
It did actually.
Throwing from one side of the track to the other from the impact.
Yeah. And at least 3 destroyed cars. So.
Yeah. So those guys that are off the back, unfortunately, they were caught up in that incident, and that's why they're not quite on the back of that second pack.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they're caught up in that. So over time, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So that's. I think it's Jensen Bade and maybe Daryl Callahan. There's a couple of names there out the back there that are just in recovery mode. Let's say.
So just comes from the comms is pit windows open, so the pit stops can start. And as we got 2 wide going through this battle, through the last turn 14. They're going to give each other room.
And we just picked it up on the replay there, Sean, and look at the debris on the track, and look at them. This is a replay, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this lot. Looks like a NASCAR race. A lot of bump drafting going on the inside there.
It's like Shane Eker's trying to go around the outside. Turn 1.
I don't even think it's Edgar, actually. There, Sean. I think it's the sister car. It's the number 16 car. Is that Edgar?
You proved me wrong, mate.
Okay, no.
I like it.
No.
Go on, do it.
No.
Do it. You start. Well, I think we're doing well. For the first time.
It's actually
going great.
it's Gunston.
Ah, here you go.
There you go.
Gunstone. Sorry, I was just trying to find it too as we were talking.
Yes.
Yeah, Ekin's 240.
So we just picked up on a little bit of an extended replay there of Gunston and the boys, the little posse that he's around, and it is there's plenty of heat in that battle. Getting it done. Let's get back to that actually, just quickly. So a little bit of an extended replay, but you can just see how heated these sort of mid-pack battles are. So that I think that was for 17th, 18th and 19th. And that actually continues on here with Gunston sitting in 8th and getting a flash of the headlights from Freeman. And I don't think that is the first time we've seen Freeman flashing the headlights tonight in this race, to be honest.
Some people, he's obviously a GT3 driver because that's what they bloody do all the time.
Yeah, that's always...
GT3 drivers. Yeah. Well, you can catch them on Thursdays at Supercars in.
Oh yeah, and look, you think this is awesome? Definitely get over and get a load of that. This group of cars has not separated at all. We're
I
into
honestly
one.
think he's playing with them. He's so close. He's just lifting
Well,
early. How they save fuel, lifting early.
But he's got to be conscious. I mean,
Short shifting.
But Brown, the slightest of mistakes, and Brown's got overlap, and there's a pass on, isn't there? You know, like, so he's, as much as he thinks, you know, you're saying he's probably lifting and conserving that, those little bits of fuel again. Shows the nose.
No. He's got all the tricks in the book, hasn't he?
Look,
this pack is getting closer and closer together.
well, the two that we were just talking about, because the other one, led by Kitcher, has now caught up to these boys. Okay, so now it ends up being, who's the last one on that list there? It is Michael Jones. So it is literally the top 12, Sean. Like, seriously.
How good's that? How good is it? It's absolutely fantastic.
Doesn't get much better, and we are not even 15 minutes in to this 55-minute race. So there's a lot going on very early. Like you mentioned, pit window is now open. So what is the strategies? When you talked about it at the top of the broadcast, Sean, about how you tried to format the round,
Yeah, so I think lap 7 is still way too early. I think these guys are going to look to come in about maybe lap 12, lap 13. If you're in this train, I don't think you'd want to come early. You'd want to stick with the pack and obviously follow what the leader's doing. See, Rian is covering there quite a bit heading into the last turn.
So he still feels threatened, you know, like, so...
Yeah, he's covering.
And he's covered easily, look. Hugging the pit wall there. Let's just go to the rear of Zach's car.
Yeah, he gets a great toe. Get a good look at that Gamma flare on the side of Rian's car.
Oh, yeah. That's a great looking car, actually. That's a slight update from last season there, Sean, but I think on that one, but fantastic looking cars. And like we mentioned, a hell of a lot of work gone into all of the paint jobs that we see out on... Well, maybe not all of them. We're not going to out anybody.
Well, I don't put any effort in when I'm in the car, but I do run the same one that Rian's running, but we're only affiliated with Supercars NZ, so he's just doing us a solid there. And it looks
and Zach through on Rian there. So Rian leaving the door open. He's just like, okay, it's time for you to take the baton here.
Yeah,
I'm going to follow. So is this where they're just swapping? I'll keep it clear. Just role reversing, and these guys just going, okay, well, Rian can get off the gas a little bit now and let his tyres relax a little bit, but maybe conserve a little bit of fuel. I suppose we're going to soon find out, because if Zach pulls away here, then was Rian holding him up that whole time.
Well, he's already gained, that's about...
He's got a healthy gap already.
Yeah, 4 car lengths.
It's half
I
a
think we might
second
have to-
on the Delta.
Yeah, we're going to have to check his car after the race, aren't we? Make sure that it's legal.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to drug
Get
test
checked
them
out.
all. And,
Yeah. I'm glad you like that. That's good. Alright, so, yeah. And just that little, it'll be like a half a tenth here, half a tenth here. Just an undercut work here too, so that's the other thing too. Come in, get some tyres, get your fuel. You're probably going to, have a couple of faster laps and not get in front that way.
So remember, yes, very short pit entry and exit here too, Sean. So knowing and having practiced that pit entry and stopping for that control line. Definitely determines on their strategies, obviously, quite often.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it right, because if you get it wrong, it's a 40-second stop and hold in the pit.
Yeah.
So that's basically race done. That puts your dead last straight away.
Yeah.
We've just had come through from race control. Car 47 is going to drive through penalty, probably due to that accident that we saw. There's another one going on.
Okay, so Vandenberg's been in and out. Mandela Park's been in and out of the pit lane as well. Car 47. Okay, so car 47 is Freeman. So we saw a little bit of to and froing with Freeman, but definitely not. I think it was Daly that sort of really peaked. The Daly car, the WKNP car, was the one that actually got tangled up with Jensen Bay. Turn two,
That must be
lap
a
two.
different incident.
Yeah. So, and it sort of, I mean, as big as it was, it didn't actually look like anybody. It looked like a racing incident to me. But I am not a race steward, ladies and gentlemen. So we leave that.
We can sit here all we like.
All day.
All day. And then we'll get it wrong.
You know it. So we are starting to see some pit stops now. Jones, Forbett, Ryan Jones and Michael Jones in the pit lane. Forbett also, and Russell Pepperell all in the pits. So we're starting to see some pit stops now.
So saying lap 12, I was wrong by 2 laps. So that's interesting. We'll see.
Okay, well, we won't judge you on that, Sean, but
right.
it's just noted, duly noted. Hang on, I'm just scribbling it down in my little.
So good.
Now, do you have any data in front of you that can tell us how long some of these guys' pit stops are?
Oh, you think I would, but no. It's been tonight, and I got nothing. People, as everyone at home knows, I'm normally not here.
No, true that. But look, he says he's got nothing, but look, he's got honesty. Straight up just goes, mate, I got nothing.
I got absolutely nothing for you. I should get SDK up or get some other graphics, but tonight we're just running with what we got. So
we absolutely
you can pull them up. I know you can pull them
up.
Oh,
can I now?
So you're looking at the magic buttons.
Okay. I'll just... it's buttons that I'm not used to pressing.
There you go. Love the honesty.
Yeah.
So what we got is that we got the bottom half of the field that has been. That's one thing we can say. So where it says 1 stop and 0 stops, I'm sure you can scroll through a few other.
Yeah. So obviously.
That's where your time's at.
Yeah, you can see that there. Pick time. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just learnt something then, Sean.
There you go.
No pressure here. As we do have eyes on a lot of Dutch at Stone Street and William Brett. Look, how close is these 4 cars? Oh my God,
So
they
close.
are literally nearly bumper to bumper here. we talk about the train, but man, these guys are damn near coupled together. Who was that just ducked off? One of them. Lobby went in. Lobby went in. Yep.
Have a look. See if it was. When you want. At any time. How about now?
There you go. So there you go. Lob just ducking off the back of that 4 and into the pit lane. Quick smart. We can only just see his car through the gravel that's getting flicked up on screen there at the moment. But
And the car behind is no, it's not Pepperell.
who else we got? We got McCartan and Freeman in the pit lane as well. I think McCartan is in the poorly painted white and purple, and Thomas Freeman, Mr. GT3 headlight flasher, is back there and just dropping that car off the jacks there. Big spit of flames from the side of the Chevy, and now back on track. Let's just have a quick sticky beat because, surprise, surprise, we haven't actually been watching the boys up the pointy end so much for the last 5 or so minutes. Because
He hasn't pulled away, has he?
They haven't, yeah. So Riyad and Zach have just basically been just sort of following each other down. Has had to deal with Stone Street Dutch and till only just the lap before Lob as well. So, and that fight has not gone away. Look at Blake Fitz there, and I think Noel Kitcher actually kept up with that lot as well, because that train of cars that was behind Kitcher has dropped off and been through the pit lane as well. So here we go. This is where we start to see the field sort of starting to spread out, and you and I suppose, start to theorise, okay, where they're going to land. What's going to happen after the pit stop? Where does it all shake out after those pit stops are cleared? But Kitcher definitely staying in touch with that is pretty slow.
They're all in.
Okay, so the whole lot of them actually, except for Dutch and Stone Street, stayed out. And and they are on the other lot. Dive into the lane there. Oh, and the cover from Stone Street.
Oh.
Aggressive. Dutch looking, nearly, oh, so close to a little bit of gizzing there.
He's just bleeding time being behind this. So if he had
Should he have stopped?
Yeah, 100%. Bleeding time. He might, if he gets him down here and pulls away, that sort of blows out the area. But yeah, if you've got a car slowing you up, you should definitely get into the pits. If it's within a couple of laps of your window.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I see you spelt my name correctly up there too. I've just noticed. Well done. Good
Oh,
stuff.
thank you.
Where did you go?
I pride myself on having spell check installed on my PC.
I thought there'd be an O on the end of my name because that's definitely
Oh, sure, no.
my Aussie friends. My Aussie friends love to chuck an O on the end of the names. Isn't that right, Davo?
That's right. True that. No argument from Davo, that's for sure.
All right. So he actually he's actually pulled away a little bit. Yeah.
Get back to the action here. So Stone Street, you're talking about, obviously. Yeah, did clear only just. I mean, seriously, it is minute, and now we're coming up to that threshold, like you said. You were a couple of laps maybe short on your predictions, but now we're up into that window that you're saying that you would have thought them coming into the pits. Do we see them come in together? Of course we do. Few restrictions. They've got to come in. They'll be running low on juice, won't they?
100%. And you see, the front car there obviously was a bit faster in that second half of the lap, like I was saying earlier.
Just enough.
You have your you have your strength. So obviously your strengths went turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, but around the carousel and around the back of the course, Stone Street tends to have the good pace.
It almost looked like he gained some on the bit limiter. I don't know how that works. We're
Now,
just
so-
on top of you. So here we go.
He doesn't actually have to put the fuel in either. He can short fuel
Yes,
just
yes.
to get the jump. So, and then obviously the next stop he has to.
And then they deal with it later in the race. Exactly. Just see Zach and Rian, Lob, Jones, Brown all sail on past, and these guys are not separated by much at all. Stone Street back out of the lane as my data just tries to deal with it.
Yeah. And that's Michael Jones. He's popped him behind 77.
Yes, he has. So has he just gapped him there a bit there?
Yeah. They two came out at totally different times in the film, so
There you go. So two vastly different pit loads from those two boys there. So big difference actually. We'll just bring that up there.
yeah,
The pit time. Who else were we looking at there? It was
Troy.
It was Troy, and who was he with just then? Anyway, so where's Troy's? There, we got Troy up on screen at the moment. So he's done a 26.0.
I'm looking at the list. So I was trying to pick up who the other one was. No, don't have it.
Oh, so it was Dutchy. I'm sure it was him and Dutch that were together, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's 888 on the side. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dutch with a particularly short pit stop there, I just noticed by
18.8.
8 seconds nearly, is it? No?
Yeah, that is. You're right.
Yeah.
18 odd.
So
Got
like
9,
7 odd
jumping.
seconds, which would make
Yeah.
sense. So there you go.
Yeah. And he's getting the pass done here.
He is.
And that's actually quite clever because now he's getting that a little bit more.
Kitcher, on the other hand, there has just tagged right on behind him there. So Kitcher with a similar pit stop time.
Yeah, he's got a few bucks.
He's doing okay.
He's got a few, so his next
Yep.
stop should be shorter. That'll jump into the spots. It's a nice little plan there you go. It's looking like it's going to be exciting second half towards the end. As we come up to the half an hour mark. You do get a tow through here too. The tow is actually quite massive in this track.
Big straight,
use
so.
it to yeah. Big straight to have a sip of your water, like I'm about to have.
So off the roof of Will Brown's car, chasing Ryan Jones in one of the Chevys. Good to see a few more Chevys out on track too this season. It was a bit of a pony fest last season, so yeah, a few guys opting for the Chevy this season, which is awesome. I applaud them. Blake Fitz is one of them. Stephen McCartan, another. Pepperell, Stone Street, Kitcher. I'm going to name them all. Freeman.
Do it, mate. Do it. No,
Cadman, Phil Antoon, you guys, all legend. And Zach, Rattray. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Zach. It's Zach White.
Zach Ratway White. Yeah, man, he loves it.
Yeah. In the Chevy and leading the race over Darren Lobb. And now, so these guys still very close together. Not as close as they were pre-pit stops, but still very much in touch with each other, as is Ryan Jones and Will Brown. These guys are very much in touch. That is Andrew Dutch. You can see back a shot. That is Blake Fleets in the bright orange car there. And look, really has kept his nose clean tonight, actually, Blake Fitz, and a good, solid pace. We've got McCartan and Forbett in behind them. Pepperell, I would have expected more pace out of Pepperell tonight. We know how speedy he can be, but they're just losing a spot to Stone Street as we had him on camera there. So
they're running the VRS setup car, so VRS is obviously an awesome little platform that's well known. The old TTR team, so yeah, very fast driver, very clean driver. Obviously, leading the car didn't fight him too hard, and I think a lot of drivers will learn from that. The more you fight, the slower you get, so you really just got to pick your own battles and go with it.
Yep.
We've got car 47 and 86 running side by side through a couple of turns and keeping it clean. As I say that, there's a bit of light contact on the exit. And
just look behind there. Well, it doesn't take, you don't have to look far behind. We've got Freeman, Vandenberg, and Gunston, and running nose to tail as well. Gunston in that specky looking Shell XR8. Well, is that the car that identifies as an XR8? I think it is. But what?
I said, is that Mater on the bonnet? Is that a car with a Shell?
I think
it's like a Mater or something. We're gonna have to turn the camera around and have a look.
But another one of the stunning looking cars out here. That one in particular. I mean, we love South Canterbury removals too, don't we, Shorty? Regular weekly sponsor at Supercars NZ. These guys are legends, and yeah, worth a bit of camera time and always a mention throughout the streams.
100%. Thanks, Shane. He's a very passionate sim racer, and that's what you expect out of your good drivers anyway. So well done.
So plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen, and like Shorty said, we are past the 30-minute mark. We're actually about 35 minutes in now, so a little over halfway, with still yet another official CPS to be done by the driver. Let's have just a quick sticky beak. Now, all these cars are meant to be equal. Draft does make a difference. Let's have a sticky beak of the fastest top speeds here between these guys, because sometimes this is very surprising. So 281, should I say, for Zach in the Chevy, mind you. Rian with a 282, so clearly running a fairly flat wing, because nobody else, I think, except for, is it Forbett in the 80s? And Forbett, mind you, is running a 287. My
holy
Jeebus. Hang on. She's just about to lift off Roger. With the fastest car on track after 35 minutes. So there you go. Let's just have a look at this thing, and we'll see if we can work out his secrets. Well, clearly the brake ducts are blanked off straight up.
Look at it.
But yeah, maybe he got some grill tape on that thing. But that car, particularly quick here tonight, got that wing flattened right out, and I think they damn near unbolted it at that sort of pace. 5Ks quicker than anybody else out on track. As you can just see him sneak on into the pit lane there. Sean, does he get it stopped? Ooh, very aggressive over the crest there. Little awkward sort of. I think I only just noticed that the control line is just over the crest. So not only can they not see it, but the cars get a little bit unweighted. They just sort of dip over the crest there, and just to make typically levels a little bit more high. So awesome stuff.
Yeah, that pit lane is quite tricky, isn't it? I think you actually got to practice your brake markers as you're coming in.
Absolutely, and very busy as well, as we just see multiple cars in here. So maybe these guys, choosing to do relatively quick, or not quite back-to-back pit stops, so they can see at least half a dozen cars in that pit lane there, as we just watched Forbett roll away. And you can see there clearly in the graphic there we're up to about, I suppose it is Roger. It is Roger actually in 18th has done 2 official pit stops in the race.
Yeah, there's a few that have done too, haven't they? So Roger's the first one of the group. And their numbers, they should come up to 3. He might be 18th now, but he'll come up in the top 10 hopefully by the time everyone cycles.
Absolutely.
He's got to do about 19 minutes of driving on one tank. So
yeah.
Yeah.
This is where the challenge is. It's like if you go too early, these guys have got to be on their toes with their data, don't they? They've got to really understand what their fuel loads are and the fuel burn is, isn't it? And there's this constant calculation. Not only do they got to concentrate on not driving issues off the track, but also calculate stuff on the fly.
Yeah, we don't make it easy for them here at Supercars NZ. We're trying to make them so think about its strategy, think about more than one thing as well as their racecraft. So it's going to be such an exciting season if this is what we want.
Absolutely, Sean. And just quick, we'll just flash up that calendar again there. We are at round 1 at Road America. Next to Road Atlanta, Chicago, VIR, which is Virginia International Raceway, Long Beach, Street Circuit, COTA, Circuit of the Americas. God damn, I'm glad they shortened that one. Fuji, Brands Hatch, Charlotte's Motor Speedway. We've got the spin the wheel track, round 10, we don't know what that is. And Lime Park as well. So, yeah, plenty to look forward to throughout this autumn series, Sean, and man, has it's so far been a cracking start. Race 1, round 1. Wow, just wow.
And I'm getting feedback about Div 2 as well. So we've got these 30 guys here. There's another 35 doing the same thing at the same time, just in a different server. So yeah, things are going well down there for 2. So Supercars NZ has definitely got some numbers in this season, and we appreciate everyone who signed up and subscribed. It's not a free service; they got to pay to jump on the track. So we're here delivering, and they're delivering for us.
Well, that's like these guys pay, you guys deliver. You have got some of the best prizes out there from Supercars NZ and the likes of Gamma Flare and all their supporters. Sean, obviously, Mozza, Simblax, and a whole bunch of people, including Matchfit Entertainment here, providing our services to get to this stuff to you live, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button and subscribe. But yeah, a lot of moving parts to get this all here for you guys tonight, and we are so happy you guys are enjoying it as much as we are, Sean.
Sorry, I just missed that. I had race control in my ear.
Oh, race control. No, don't disregard race control.
No, we look after them. So what was the comment? Sorry, I missed. What was the comment?
Oh no, sorry. We're just I was just spruiking our lovely sponsors and ourselves here at Matchbet Entertainment, bringing delivering a quality product with quality prizes and prize money for your small donation to get involved in these series. So yeah, get over to Supercars NZ, links in the description, and sign up. They've got more than just Supercars going on. They have got GT3s on a Thursday night. They also have special events. We've got a men's health event, I think, going on in June. So get over there and get over there, their Discord. Sign up, not only for this, but maybe their GT3 series as well. But check out what they've got going on. Awesome group of lads.
Yeah, it's never ending. And if people are on iRacing and not too sure to join, we do a hosted session on a Friday at 8:30 in some old school cars. So look at us go.
We love that. We love the old school.
Get the old FG Falcon out and the old VF Tommy. Hey?
They are the best. I've been well informed that the old school stuff is some of the best stuff you can do, as we see Zach White, should I say, into the pit lane. Okay, with where are we at? We're at 42 odd minutes, so we're a little over 10 minutes left to run there, Shorty.
And what race control was in my ear about that I missed for a little bit.
Fill us in, please.
The pit window's closing, so they've only got about 3 minutes to carry out their second pit stop.
It's going to get busy.
So, yeah. So
It's going to get real busy.
I'm looking at the clock now. There's like 2.5 minutes left. So these laps take a bit. These are what are these 2-minute laps? Are they doing?
A little over 2 minutes, yes.
Yeah. So it's a big long lap. So basically, they got to come in this lap. Is what we're saying.
Yeah. So flurry of pit stops. We got Rian, Dutch. We saw Zach in the pit lane. Fitzy, Kitta, Jack, Mara, MAR. In as well, so a flurry of pit stops. Let's just actually get that little bit of a graphic up there so we can just see where everybody's landing there. So 2 you can see all the way to Troy Stone Street, which we would suspect will be the in there quick mart. Let's see where he is on track actually at the moment. So only just looks like he's only just started. So how many seconds has he got before this closes?
A minute and a half.
Okay, so he's got that done. So he's definitely stretched that little extra that everybody else. And again, it's these strategies that can really make it or break it, isn't it, Sean?
Oh, 100%. Like you can fully get it wrong, and you're down the back, or you can gain a couple of spots too.
Yeah.
Or you just come back out where you were. So. That's like, I'll try something different next time.
Of course, yes.
But everyone else is trying to think of it too. So there's a few very, very clued up drivers out there that normally the top end of the field. Always got something different to think about and talk about.
Yeah. Okay, so look, we just got the pit top stop times on the totem there at the moment. And I take it these are the last pit stop time. So we just see Stone Street roll into the pit lane. So he had a 26, I think, last time he stopped, but very much shorter pit stop times across the field, pretty much for their second stop. So varying degrees of fuel going in these cars at any one time.
Yeah, they are a lot shorter, these stops, aren't they? So this will be interesting to see how much fuel Troy needs. See how quick his one is.
So we might just sneak back onto that and just let's bring that up. Let's bring that up right now. Time for Troy is 5.4. Really? That is the shortest pit stop, but he ran long, so he really literally he's got one less lap's worth of fuel to put in than everybody else, pretty much, as he returns back to the track in 7th position. But you can see it there clearly. It's 5.4 seconds for Troy Stone Street's pit stop, so pretty impressive stuff there, Sean. Trying to make some gains, because like we've seen how tight these battles. You only got to look just a little bit ahead of Troy actually, and have a look at this. This is Dutchy and Will Brown. I think that's Ryan Jones, just tucked in behind them.
Is Dutchy in front, is he, or is Will Brown in front?
No, Dutchy in the middle there.
Yeah.
Sandwich, a couple of sister cars there, Brown and Dutch. But like even at this late stage of the race, these guys are so locked together still, and this is where, you know, like if it's difficult to pass on track, that's where they can make their gains, isn't it? In the pit stops and the likes of 5.3 second pit stops. I tell ya, that's the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just as we can see on the totem there, the gains and losses throughout the field. Lob with actually a pretty healthy 4 positions gained throughout the race so far, compared to everybody else down to, I think it was Freeman, who was up 11 positions. Ladies and gentlemen, well, wow, that is quite an effort. And as we will just stick on these two boys, Dutch and Brown, the sister cars, and up and over the top of the hill here, side by side, this overlap.
Here they go.
Wow. Awesome stuff. But,
there you go.
was there team orders?
Yeah, it was an anti-climax for the both of us. Yeah, we didn't want to see them pirouetting off into the sand here, which has happened a lot at turn 1 at Road America. Easily done. And also, look, big mistakes to be made down. This is a very awkward braking area. I do love this track. I do drive it, usually in a classic car, and to try and get an old Trans Am car to stop down there. Yeah, because it's downhill as well. That's obviously affects the braking of these cars.
We're just going to replay what was going on in the background. While we were just talking to those boys, just in the back of shot, I spotted this. This is Fitz.
The contact there, I think he definitely had the pass.
He did, but it was just like a little bit of, there's your father on the way past there. It was like, okay, I got this. Oh, come on. Move over. So Dutch with a bit of a gap now over Brown. Brown focusing on Jones behind. We just saw that little replay there of Fitz sneaking past Stone Street there. Stone Street getting plenty of airtime tonight. Let's get back just up a spot from that. Look at these two going at it. Down through this back sector of the track. And this is another tricky corner. This corner doesn't look that hard to stop for. A little bit off cam, but not a lot though. Damn, it's hard to get the car stopped into that little section of the track there. For whatever reason.
You almost run wide too on the exit of the gravel and that. So that's not just stopping it, it's getting around the corner, through the apex, on the gas, and not running too wide. So very definitely a high possibility of making a stop in that corner when you're doing a lap around here at Road America.
Absolutely. Plenty of fight still in this little area. We will just quickly have a sneaky peek at what's going up at the pointy end. Zach White leading the race in the number 17 Chevy. Rian rocking the V8 Supercars officially sponsored Gamma Flare. Mustang smashing it out in second position. Lob in clean air in third position, with the little battle that we've just sort of been honing in on there in the last 5 minutes or so, which is Dutch, Brown and Joe. I think Fitzy, obviously, and Stone Street are sort of connected to that as well. Plenty.
I tell you what, Stone Street, we're trying to get him back, 100%.
He's not mucking up. We also see a couple other people in the pits. I think that might be Phil Antoon pits for some reason. We'll just get out of the roof cam at Stone Street there. Makes a massive mistake actually. Just literally as we click the camera to him, he just gets it wrong. Goes in way too deep. A little bit of pinch of the rears there. Trying to arrest that car again. These tricky braking areas. He's downhill, slightly off cambered, but the way it drops off the hill here at Road America really does challenge. And particularly, look, even the best of drivers, but particularly in a V8 supercar, Sean.
Oh shit, absolutely. These cars are one of the trickiest on the platform to learn how to drive. These guys do make it very easy, but they're not. And we got this was called into race control. This battle we got looking at here, something was called in. I'm not too sure what. But yeah, tricky cars, these guys.
Tricky cars. Absolutely. As we over the rear wing of Noah Kitta. and he's got plenty going on in behind him there with Jones and Vandenberg. Vandenberg, another driver that I would have expected to see a little bit further up the grid. As we see Kitcher going to the pits as well. Are these guys out of this pit window? Sean, fill us in.
So
What's
they're out of
going
the
on
pit window. So what they could be doing is they may have too many penalty points. So once you get to 15 penalty points, you've got to go through the lane and not stop in your bay.
Yep. So it's a drive fit. And so, would be because of track exceeding track
limits. Track limits, light contact, and then massive wall damage is the 3 times you get penalties. He actually called in a thing because he just had a light contact with another car, and that put him over his 15 points, and that's why you saw him come through the lane. Race control has deemed it to be not an issue. So it could be someone else just giving him a light tap, has given him his 15 points, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they get penalised.
Okay, so it is. Sometimes we've got to get into this big hard copy of rules here, don't we? Yes. We're going to put our little spectacles on. We've got to look well and hard for the clauses. But there you go, update from Sean McNamara. And you're not usually on the receiving end of these rules, are you, Sean? Surely not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes, that's why you know this book so well.
Yeah, I've toured the lane many times. There is no favouritism in this league. And actually, race control enjoy giving me and other friends penalties.
It's one of your favourite things to do. Look, I tell you what's happening now, as I think I saw a white flag just waved there as Zach White ran across the finish line. So I would suspect these boys on their final lap here, Sean, after 55 minutes for round 1 here in Supercars NZ's 2026 Allport V8 Supercar Series, proudly sponsored by Gamma Flare. And brought to you live by Match Fit Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have dominated the race. We saw them going hard at it earlier in the race, like really early in the race, with it pretty much all the way to the first pit stops. The gap has changed some. Just look in the background there. That was Jones getting it wrong, and I think he might have let Brown pass.
Oh,
so
yes.
Interesting stuff, but yeah, look, these guys really a masterclass. Zach White, a new name for Davo. Sean has filled us in on the background. Rian, Darren Lobb in third position. We are about to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. 55 minutes, and what a spectacle it has been. I tell you, for the last, well, it's been, nearly an hour. No, it's been 55 minutes. It's been 55.
It's been 55, but it's gone so quick. It's been great.
It has. It has.
The driving's been very clean as he comes up the line, and he's about to take the win. And well done, bit of a flash from Rian in behind. Well done,
stuff. Lobby taking out third position there. Sean, Andrew Duck far behind. Will Brown, Ryan Jones, right there. Fitzy with Stone Street in tow. Look how close these guys are. That is Stefan McCartan as well. A few of these names, I'm just starting to really know these guys really well, because we constantly see them up there. Freeman in 11th. So Pepperell taking out the top 10. Vandenberg across the line. Michael Jones, Gunstone, Travis, Daly. He's Parlett, should I say. Edgar in that stunning looking car. Jack Murrah Robbie Bradbury. Very quick, 55 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Look how quickly we are calling these guys across the line. Like, seriously, after 55 minutes, that is impressive. All these guys nearly need to give themselves a pat on the back. That is Nathan Cadman on screen. Roger Forbett rounding the final complex of corners, as is Phil Antoon, Mandela Pluck, and Darren Callahan. A few of the other boys are making a quick exit into the pit lane and packing those cars up early, and probably had a tougher night. And then the guys at the pointy end there, Sean, we really do need to get a shuffle along. So if you would like to, can you drag a couple of guys down? We're just going to quickly talk about, after that spectacle, is just this giveaway. Supercars NZ, Get a Sim, proudly sponsored by Gamma Flare. Obviously, Supercars NZ, Gamma Flare, Moza Sim Racing, Sim Blacks, and a Match Pitch alike. This is, get your phones out, scan that QR code, go in the draw to win. No, there's no tickets, you don't have to pay, just scan the code and get involved, sign up, and you too could win this prize, ladies and gentlemen, on, I think it is the 11th of June. Shawnee, we need to have a talk with Darren Lobb, I think.
I'll grab him for you now.
We have got about 10 minutes.
Let's go.
If that. Let's make these quick. Let's do this.
Lobby, congratulations,
Hello.
mate.
Hello, gents. What's going on?
How did you find it?
Long, sweaty, and boring, to be honest.
And the race. Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You started 7th. You came up to 3rd, so you had to get past a few people.
Yeah, I watched the qualifying, man. I actually locked up, had a monster of all lockups into turn 3 on my first lap, and I haven't done any of the practice races last week, so I wasn't sure what the quali gig is. I didn't know if I could put at the end of that lap, take new tyres, and then go again. So I just decided, stuff it, I'll hang out there and rag my flat spotted tyres around. So it wasn't a particularly good aim. But I don't know why. Rayan was kind of that first stint. I think he was only using 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, so it was pretty easy to just save a bucket load of fuel.
Yeah.
And I had Blake and Ryan behind me, but I could save steps, and it's a kind of hollow podium when you finish like 10 or 12 seconds behind the guys. Anyway, I'll take it, man. I'm an old man, so the other 2 youngsters, the budding sim racers, so yeah, I'll take it.
Yep. So, nice work. Like you said, the boys, it looked like they were maybe backed off a little bit up the front. It didn't look like it from where we were sitting. Did you actually get any chance to save some fuel? And, did you have a strategy that you needed to change, or did just everything go to plan?
No, I had no plan, so I guess
that's good.
That's good. No, I'm kidding. I actually saved a heap of fuel, man. I think we were running about 5.4 litres a lap.
Yep.
Kind of on a hard go, and I was between 4.7 and 4.8 sitting in the queue. So yeah, it was a lot of fuel. It was a little bit touch and go at the end whether we were going to do, kind of one way longer, one shorter.
Sure.
But yeah, it was kind of from then I just knew that I was saving harder than once that got past and the pace picked up, I knew at that stage that it was really just I needed to keep my nose clean, finish up 3rd, and just I was never going to race Saturday. I know it. So at that stage you just kind of go 3rd's the best I could do, and it was basically the safest race I could get into 3rd place. So yeah, a little bit boring from our side tonight.
Oh, well, there you go, boring, but still with the result. Awesome stuff, Darren. We're going to give you a chance to call out any friends, sponsors, anybody else you'd like to call out, maybe your crummy neighbour or something.
Yeah, the crummy neighbour's pretty good, man. I'll actually call out crummy teammates. We had a whole bunch of us in Discord talking nonsense, everything from watching TV, watching Split 2 broadcast. shooting some heads and some shooting guns and all sorts
we
of
love
things. So it was like an air traffic control center in there. But thanks to the boys that were supporting and trying not to keep us too distracted. And then yeah, we got a few sponsors. So considering everyone's in there listening, I'll give a shout out to staff who brought on board Ryan from Media, kind of the second best in DPR driver in the series tonight.
Yep.
Lamprey Transport, DPRdocs.gg, and my mate Bruce also joined in to do a bit of spotting tonight. So he's learning a lesson for being a bad boy. So yeah, thanks to all those guys. Thanks to you guys. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Darren Lobb, 3rd position in round 1 here tonight. And very much welcome. And becoming a frequent flyer in the comms box. Post-race. Who we got next?
Yeah.
Shawnee.
We got Rehan has joined us. Well done, Rehan, on your P2, mate. How did you find it out there?
Yeah, it was tough. Felt like we were maybe slightly off the pace in that middle stint. It was just driving a bit, aggressive, not quite smooth enough. But that 3rd stint definitely saw the pace. And it was overall a pretty good position.
Yeah, and did you have any strategies going in, or did you just go get to a certain lap, put tyres, pull it up, and go away?
Well, didn't plan the strategy a whole lot, to be honest. I was sort of like, let's just see how it goes with how the tyres are after that first stint and wherever, everyone else is. And we sort of just ended up having a few people following the exact same thing. Ended up pretty well for us.
Sounds like a common theme. No strategy is a good strategy. Just jump in and race it. But yeah, look, a stellar job once again. And obviously going toe-to-toe with Zach there. The first stint of the race really kept us entertained in the comps box, I must say, Rian. Look, we're going to give you a quick chance. We are running out of time. Do you want to just give a shout-out to your sponsors, brother?
Yep, I'd like to thank Gamma Flare, Match for Entertainment, the Broadcasting Lounge, Sky TV Channel 83, and Hybrid Racing Simulations, and also the new race format. I think it allows for some better racing, and you guys are putting on the show.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate you, and no doubt we'll be talking in the next few rounds as well.
Absolutely.
Yep, cheers.
Rian there, ladies and gentlemen. P2, Shawnee. We've got one more.
I'm going to leave this up to you. Zach, well done, mate, on the P1. How'd you go?
Went alright. It was pretty cruisy at the front. It's obviously never cruisy when Rayhan's behind you because he's bloody fast, but yeah, fun to get it done.
Yeah. I think we do hear that a little. Look, you had it. You had his measure though, Zach. Because I know you were stuck behind him for. I don't even know whether you were stuck behind him. We Sean and I were sort of toing and fro and going, oh, is Zach maybe just conserving a bit of fuel, just hanging out there, while all of this is going on. Obviously fill us in on that, but like what we did notice, once you were past him, you gapped him pretty quickly. So was he holding you up? Were you saving fuel? Were you sandbagging, Zach? I suppose that's what I'm trying to say.
I think we were both playing the fuel game at the start of the race, trying to see who could save the most fuel, and I think I had it a lot easier since it was a draft and whatnot. But I think he, must have been starting to drop me into his teammates. And I wasn't a massive fan of that, so I had to kind of get it done. I think he did look like he was kind of burning his rears up off the trying to keep in front of me every big acceleration zone. So I figured if I stayed back long enough and let him burn his tyres out, then once I got in front, I could just drop him.
Yeah,
you are 100% correct, mate. He did say he was a bit ragged in that first bit.
I think that was his words. Yes.
So you got it dead right. That's exactly. He sort of calmed himself down and after the first bit, trying to drive a bit cleaner off the corners, as you would say.
Yeah, he did a good job, especially in that last stint. I knew I had a big gap, but I wanted to save a little bit of fuel, and I thought I did a good job. And then that last lap in the first couple sectors, he range up on me real quick.
Yeah.
I was like, I might have to start pushing again.
Well, close enough's good enough, and that's what counts, Zach. And look, it was stellar to watch. We really enjoyed ourselves. Look, your name's new to me here at Supercars NZ, and definitely pricked my ears. And you are definitely on my radar. We'll be keeping an eye out for that. You obviously for round 2. I think it is next week. Where's the calendar? I don't know. Let's have a look at the calendar. It is at Road Atlanta. Another awesome track. Zach, we're going to give you a quick chance here to shout out some of your sponsors, friends, family, whoever.
Yeah, thanks. Everyone in the clips, of course, was doing a mega job as always. I'd
Yeah.
like to thank Rayhan for the good race. That was really fun, and all you guys putting on the broadcast and the race itself.
Awesome. We don't often hear you guys shouting at your competitors, so kudos to you, Zach. But it was a good race, and you are right. Well worth it. The watch, so make sure you look back and watch the broadcast back later today, tonight or tomorrow. Sean, we're going to wrap that up. Thank you, Zach, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks,
Thanks,
mate.
guys.
Appreciate that. Cheers. Yeah, well, let's wrap it up. So, obviously, big thank you to obviously our sponsors in Allports and Gamma Flare, Channel 83, and all the rest that come along there. Big thank you to Matchfit Entertainment. This has been epic for my very first time broadcasting with you. Thanks, Devo. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I had to watch it back and have a look over it and make some notes. But appreciate you, mate. And can't wait for round 2 next Tuesday, 8:30.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sean. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, great addition in the comms box while J-Man's away at the moment. So more than welcome. And you know, who knows? We might be back next week. Well, I know I'll be back next week. Shorty might be back. J-Man might. I don't know. It's a lottery, ladies and gentlemen. But look, I'll tell you what. You're going to have to tune in to find out. That's what I can guarantee. Thank you to all you guys that are tuned in, guys and girls that are tuned in tonight for the 2026 Supercars NZ Allports V8 Supercars Series. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an awesome night and a great way to start off the autumn series. We will see you all next week at Road Atlanta. Hit the like and subscribe. Bye for now.